I'm an utterly insignificant cannon fodder character in this world. Holy crap, stop hitting me. Every random person around me comes with their own cheat ability. But only I know that the childhood friend I grew up with is the future big boss who will destroy the world. To keep this world from being destroyed, all sorts of travelers, reincarnators, and daters take turns trying to win her over. And as his childhood friend, I am completely ignored by these male leads. Who is this? I don't even remember his name. I don't remember either. Whatever. Anyway, I'm a nobody. Even my parents struggle to remember my name. There's no way I could be any threat to them. So when I heard the new transfer student's inner thoughts, only slightly raised an eyebrow. Host, please gain the favor of the heroine by Ningbing. Completing the task will yield corresponding rewards. The corners of his mouth lifted. Bro, but he's a playboy. Watch me figure him out in seconds. And his humble self-introduction seems out of place. Glanced at by Ningbing beside me. Said softly, by Ningbing, did you hear that? If I weren't deaf, I suppose I did. What, is he your long-lost brother? Looks like only I can hear the transfer student's thoughts. I nodded thoughtfully, then promptly put it out of my mind. Just slack off. After all, I'm just a minor supporting character. Can't really help much. Hope these time travelers work harder to prevent this world from being destroyed. After class, I snatched Bai Ningbing's bread and started eating. Then Ji Buchang walked over to Bai Ningbing with a gift. This is a gift I brought for the new classmate. Please accept it. Along with it came a voice from the system. This conquest target is way too beautiful. Kissing him must feel amazing. I almost choked to death, uncontrollably letting out coughs. Bai Ningbing frowned, gently patting my back. But her mouth was full of disdain. Even pigs eat better than you. I was filled with indignation. What's that supposed to mean? Have you ever raised pigs? Bai Ningbing glanced at me and said, I don't know about pigs. But you're definitely not as smart as a pig. At this moment Ji Buchang had a bitter face. Looking at us with a wronged expression he said, Classmate Bai, you guys are a bit too much. Actually ignoring me. I was a bit embarrassed. I was just about to apologize to him when I heard a furious voice in his mind. System. Who is this man? Is there this character in the novel? Like a clown? Host, calm down. This is just a cannon fodder character. Clown cannon fodder character. I let out a cold laugh. Bai Ningbing also spoke lightly. Sorry. Then she took the box. Inside was a delicately packaged heart-shaped cookie. Smiled at Ji Buchang. Really sorry. I'm allergic to cookies. Ji Buchang said in a disappointed tone. I see. Then what else are you allergic to? I'll bring something else tomorrow. Bai Ningbing casually added. To be precise, I'm allergic to people. Even Ji Buchang, as dumb as he is, could tell. Bai Ningbing was rejecting him. He gave an awkward smile and said, Sorry. Sorry for disturbing. Just when I thought he was discouraged, he became even more excited. Holy crap, system. This is indeed an S-tier female lead. Too rude. But who do I like? Let her be pretty. The corner of my mouth twitched. These transmigrators seem a bit dim-witted. Next period is PE. I sat under a tree with a novel. Bai Ningbing was lying on my lap. Eyes closed, listening to music. I watched a bunch of students laughing and sitting under the tree next to us. Come on, come on. Let me tell you. I heard that Bai Ningbing, back at the freshman opening ceremony, announced in front of the whole school that she doesn't want to date. She's the one who told everyone not to bother her. Damn, she's that aloof? That's what I thought at first. But if you ever meet her in person, you wouldn't say that. She's the kind of face that people online call the shock of your youth. I looked down at the girl lying on my lap. This Bai Ningbing who shocked someone else's youth. She slept soundly with her eyes closed. I was just about to reach out and touch her when I saw Bai Ningbing slowly open her eyes. Calmly, I pulled the earbud out of her left ear. Pursing my lips, I said, Get up. My leg's numb. Bai Ningbing rubbed her eyes, slowly got up and started massaging my leg. While kneading, she complained, Too hard. I can't sleep comfortably lying down. I stood up and brushed the grass clippings off my clothes. You're the one with a hard mouth. Obviously you want me to eat more. Why beat around the bush? Bai Ningbing glanced at the novel in my hand. Asked why I was reading that stuff. Curious. I wanted to see what the male lead is like in those CEO novels. Bai Ningbing covered her mouth and chuckled. You're already dumb. Don't get even dumber reading that. After school, the sky was overcast. Before long, the sound of pattering rain started. Bai Ningbing and I stood under the eaves, staring at each other with wide eyes. I tentatively said, What do you think the chances are of us running back without getting our hair wet? Bai Ningbing said, 100%. I said, surprised and delighted. There's a way. Quick, tell me. Bai Ningbing was very calm. I'll help you twist your head off. After I run back, I'll put it back on for you. I said irritably, Thank you very much. She smiled and said, You're welcome. Before I could continue complaining, A man's voice interrupted me. Sister Bai, don't you have an umbrella? If you don't mind, you can use this one. Bai Ningbing and I turned around to look, and saw Ji Buchang holding an umbrella, staring fixedly at Bai Ningbing. Bai Ningbing said lazily, "No need. Thank you, Ji Buchang." His eyes flickered, his eyes moistened, and said, "It's fine. Sister Bai, take it. It's raining so hard you'll catch a cold." At the same time I could hear the thoughts in his mind. Every woman has a unique fondness for the word sister. I thought for a moment about the way she calls Bai Ningbing sister. Couldn't help rubbing the goosebumps on my arms. Then curiously glanced at Bai Ningbing, and saw that her face was completely expressionless. "Sorry, classmate, I don't recall having a younger brother. Ever since I was little, my mom told me not to accept things from strangers." Ji Buchang's expression twisted for a moment, then instantly returned to normal. Classmate Bai is really humorous. His face-changing speed is impressive. I kind of admire him. Seeing that Bai Ningbing still had that cold, unapproachable look, he could only grit his teeth and say, "In that case, I won't disturb you then." He turned and ran out. I could hear him roaring in his mind, "Just you wait. I'll be back. My method can't be wrong. It's definitely this female lead who has issues." Seeing the ticket home slip through his fingers, I asked what to do. Bai Ningbing shook her phone at me, called the driver. 5 minutes later, Bai Ningbing and I got in the car. I asked her with a smile, "How does it feel being called sister?" Bai Ningbing replied with ill intent, "You try calling me that first." I shot back without mercy. "You." Wishful thinking. Bai Ningbing pouted. I looked at her sympathetically. "This aloof, unapproachable image of yours. You'll end up alone forever." Bai Ningbing twitched her mouth. "Don't worry. If I end up alone forever, I'll be sure to take you with me." I couldn't help shaking my head. A heartfelt sigh. "You're probably what they call a mute girlfriend online. If you couldn't talk, you'd probably be quite charming." Bai Ningbing said coldly, "If you had a brain, you'd probably be pretty smart too." I let out another heartfelt sigh. Not just a sharp tongue, but also a petty mind. Hopeless. Hopeless. The driver uncle smiled at us. "You two are still so close." I was puzzled. Close in a way that doesn't care if the other lives or dies. Meanwhile, Ji Buchang, with a never-say-die attitude, got up early to groom himself. He was very satisfied with the hairstyle he'd specially arranged that morning. The system told him. Bai Ningbing's location was the basketball court. Arriving at the basketball court, he looked around with his eyes, but didn't see Bai Ningbing. He frowned and asked the system, "Didn't you say Bai Ningbing was at the basketball court?" The system prompted that she was watching the game under the tree on the left. Ji Buchang looked closely. Bai Ningbing was wearing a white floral dress, drinking bubble tea. Next to her was me, who had just finished playing basketball. At that moment, Ji Buchang walked over and said excitedly, "What a coincidence. Classmate Bai, you're here to watch basketball too?" Then in his heart, he cursed using every word he could think of. Why is that useless background character always around? What a simp. Watching Ji Buchang cursing me in his heart. I'm already used to it. I just silently regretted that there were no melons here for me to eat. Bai Ningbing asked, "Who are you?" He awkwardly scratched his head. "Classmate Bai, don't joke around. I'm Ji Buchang." I could clearly hear that his inner self had already collapsed. Damn it, system. This world must be SSSS level difficulty, right? I've never seen a woman as heartless as her. The system said ruthlessly. "Tomorrow is the last day of the mission. Please work hard, host. Otherwise we will take back the rewards. It will greatly affect your next conquest." Ji Buchang gritted his teeth. His mind spun for a long time, but couldn't come up with a good idea. Previously, he didn't even need to make a move. The conquest targets would come to him on their own. At most, he would encounter a cold and aloof one, and within 2 days they would be infatuated with him. But Bai Ningbing was like a piece of wood. He used all his tricks, but they were useless. Instead, he was infuriated to death by her. Since that was the case, he had to use the tactic he had previously despised the most. Ji Buchang suddenly said to me, who was watching the show nearby, "This classmate, could you step aside for a moment? I have something I want to say to Bai Ningbing." I nodded. "Okay, you two chat." Bai Ningbing saw me leave. Her expression turned even colder. Her words were also blunt. "This classmate, I don't know how I've offended you. I just happen to want to make things clear with you two. Stop bothering my life." With that, she turned and left. Ji Buchang panicked. He quickly went up to block Bai Ningbing and said, "I like you. From the very first time we met, I've had a crush on you. I hope you can give me a chance to pursue you." Bai Ningbing's gaze was indifferent. "Are you done? If there's nothing else, I'm leaving." Ji Buchang shuddered. He swallowed hard. "Really, look, I've got a decent build too, and I'm not bad-looking either. Just give me a chance." Ji Buchang looked up at the woman in front of him, who was now dry-heaving. His face was full of embarrassment. Bai Ningbing's stomach churned. She stood up. Without even glancing at him, she threw out a single word, disgusting, leaving Ji Buchang standing dumbfounded in the wind. In the classroom, I stared at the door. Why isn't Bai Ningbing back yet? Nothing happened to her, right? No. I should be worried about Ji Buchang. How could anything happen to Bai Ningbing? Even though I thought that my face was grim, I was restless and anxious. I looked up and saw Bai Ningbing's face pale. I hurried over and asked, Bai Ningbing, are you okay? Your face looks terrible. Bai Ningbing rinsed her mouth with my water bottle. Once there was no taste left in her mouth, she stopped, seeing me look at her with full concern. He lowered his head and buried it in my shoulder. His voice carried a hint of grievance. I was scared. It's all your fault for leaving me behind. The grown-up Bai Ningbing rarely showed weakness to me. I felt guilty. I patted her head. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Bai Ningbing rubbed against my palm. She stood up and sat down. You still dare to have a next time. Next time, I took a candy from my bag and gave it to her. I asked, what did Ji Buchang do to you? Nothing. I stared at her for a while. Seeing that she refused to speak, I gave up pressing her. After school, I went home. I took a shower and casually threw on a white t-shirt. Then I came to Bai Ningbing's bedroom door. Knocked on the door. No one answered. I pushed the door open directly and saw her sitting in front of the computer with headphones on. I went over and knocked on his desk. What should we have for dinner? Bai Ningbing took off her earphones, stretched her arms. I'll cook. I clutched my chest with a sorrowful expression. I really felt sorry for you today, but that's no reason to poison me. She held my head and punched me with her little fists. Poisoning the food is a waste of poison. I felt a soft sensation from the back of my head. Bai Ningbing's face and neck turned bright red. She struggled to break free and run away. Went downstairs. For a moment she forgot that she usually doesn't like to wear underwear at home. After all, no matter how close she and I are, she still can't press a guy's head against her chest. When I went downstairs, I saw Bai Ningbing already cutting vegetables in the kitchen. I went over to look. She actually seemed quite capable. Not bad. Need any help? Bai Ningbing poured meat into the pressure cooker. Glanced at me. Go sit down. Stop getting in the way here. I shuffled over and plopped down on the sofa. Turned on the TV. Bai Ningbing warned me not to eat snacks, or I wouldn't be able to finish my meal later. I'll stuff it all down your throat. I was speechless. So what if we can't finish eating later? You want me to clean up after you? After who knows how long? The aroma of food wafted over. I turned off the TV. Bai Ningbing had already served the rice. Simple 4 dishes and 1 soup. And all of them were my favorites. I looked at her in surprise and praised her. Bai Ningbing's lips curled up. With a smug look, she said, this young lady is naturally gifted. That just means your talent is second place. And I'm the #1 expert, who only shows up at the very end. One day I'll show you what I can do. After we finished eating, we both lay on the sofa. The TV was playing some melodramatic soap. Lying on the sofa, I nudged Bai Ningbing beside me. Are you really not going to tell me? What exactly did Ji Buchang do to you? Bai Ningbing's voice carried a unique weariness. I don't know how to say it. Someone so arrogant. Actually hesitating. I sat up, staring at her. Asked worriedly, then tell me why you threw up. Your first reaction after entering the classroom was to rinse your mouth. I didn't dare think about the worst possibilities. So those so-called transmigrators really would hurt her? I shouldn't have left. Bai Ningbing's forehead twitched. She let out a sigh. Looked at me. If I tell you, you'd better not laugh. I blinked and nodded. He said awkwardly. I was so shocked by him taking off his own clothes that I nearly threw up. I exclaimed, what do you mean? How could you look at him down there? Bai Ningbing pouted. He took them off himself. I asked in confusion. Then why are you bald? Bai Ningbing frowned and spat out 2 words. Disgusting. I was shocked. What about when you watch action movies? Bai Ningbing pinched me. She said disdainfully. I never watch anything that disgusting. What's so good about it? He realized and glared at me fiercely. You saw me. I rolled my eyes. How is that possible? I heard it from someone else. A man who doesn't love himself is like rotten cabbage. Get it? You're lucky to have met me. When I went back to my room to sleep, recalling Ji Buchang's face, I just wanted to laugh. Most boys in aristocratic schools are a bit arrogant. Their families aren't short of money either, making them lower their pride and curry favor with others. How could that be? So those so-called transmigrators probably can't harm Bai Ningbing. After all, she's the main heroine of this world. Should I tell Bai Ningbing or not? About all of them being suitors. I fell asleep with that question on my mind. The next morning, I was pedaling my bike with Bai Ningbing on the back, panting like a dog. Bai Ningbing, you need to lose weight. Bai Ningbing leaned against my back. No, you're too thin. There's a good chance to exercise your body. I protested. Then don't stick to me. It's scorching. The 2 of us were like elementary school kids, bickering all the way into the classroom. I scanned the room. I found that Ji Buchang hadn't arrived yet. Usually he would have been here by now. I took out my phone and saw that he had actually posted a new status. It was all emo stuff. I twitched at the corner of my mouth. No way. Dude's already feeling emo? Beside me, Bai Ningbing glanced down at the time. Time's up. I need to head to the student council. I asked, has Shin Fei still not come back? Shin Fei is the president of the student council. These past few days, he seems to have gone to represent the school at some event. Bai Ningbing has been temporarily filling in for this position for the last couple of days. After Bai Ningbing finished handling student council matters, she walked out of the classroom and kept turning left. She opened the door and went in. Above the door, 3 words were clearly written. The master in the pastry shop smiled and said, Ningbing's here. What do you want to make today? Bai Ningbing tied on an apron. The master liked her more and more. This kid. At first, I thought this girl was just messing around. I didn't expect her to keep at it for so long. Bai Ningbing said, today I want to learn how to make pudding dessert. The master smiled and took out the tools. Girls like you nowadays are really rare. So, have you caught the one you like yet? Bai Ningbing lowered her eyes and bit her lip. Her gaze dimmed a little. Not yet. The master continued. Are young people's standards so high these days? If you ask me, you need to say some sweet words. Uncle here has been through it. Back in my day, my first love was stolen away by a smooth-talking pretty boy. So whatever you do, you have to say it out loud. Don't do things behind the scenes. In the end, the other person won't even know. By the time you realize it, he'll already have been tricked away by those sweet-talking types. Bai Ningbing stopped her movements. Her face darkened. Her tone turned icy. He has always been mine. If he leaves with someone else, I'll chop that person up. The pastry chef was stunned. Slapped his own mouth. Oh, my big mouth. Uncle didn't mean anything else. Don't take it to heart. The silence stretched on. After Bai Ningbing left, the pastry chef wiped the sweat off his forehead. Let out a sigh of relief. Bai Ningbing walked into the classroom with the pudding. Saw me sitting on the desk at a glance. Remembered what that uncle just said. His eyes turned dark. Suddenly, he lifted his head and waved at me. Smiled. He slowly approached. Placed the freshly made thing on my desk. My eyes widened in surprise. Asked him where the pudding came from. He looked down and replied, from the student council. If you don't want it, give it to me. Quickly said. Once it's on my desk, it's mine. He laughed. Well, my hand was on your desk just now too. Without thinking, I blurted out, because you're all mine anyway. Bai Ningbing snorted coldly. Are you a bandit? His tone was as scornful as ever. But his eyes looked at me with unbearable tenderness. I'm yours. So you can only be mine. I tore open the wrapper and scooped out a spoonful. If I'm a bandit, then I'll rob only you. Someday I'll make you my servant. Make Bai Ningbing wash my feet specially. Just thinking about it made me happy. Bai Ningbing seemed to know what I was thinking. Raised an eyebrow and said, Thank you, your majesty, for rewarding me. I got all theatrical. You're welcome. Seeing me putting on airs like a fox using the tiger's might, Bai Ningbing went along with me saying, My lord, is the little one's pudding delicious? I finished the last bite and looked at him. Seriously, it's delicious. Great king, I'm very satisfied. I smiled and said again, I feel like I have magic. Last night, I even said I wanted pudding. And then today you brought it for me. Bai Ningbing smiled. Why don't you say I'm a shooting star? I pondered for a long time. Seems kind of reasonable. Bai Ningbing lowered her eyes. Her voice sounded low and faint by my ear. So you can tell me any wish you have. My breath was filled with her light fragrance. I just felt like my heart stopped for a second. Then it started pounding rapidly. I took the cup and stood up, mumbling something irrelevant. Move away a bit. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna get some water. Bai Ningbing stared at my flushed cheeks. She chuckled softly. So, Guchen, you also have feelings for me, don't you? Not the kind of feeling of seeing me as a childhood friend. I downed a glass of water. Only then did my heartbeat calm down. I silently scolded myself. That's my childhood friend I grew up with. She's like a brother. What are you getting your heart racing for? The class bell rang. I returned to my seat and sat down. With a calm expression, I opened my book and took notes. Bai Ningbing turned her head and glanced at me. Are you okay? No way. What could be wrong with me? I just suddenly got thirsty. Bai Ningbing pointed directly at my book. This is English class right now. I looked at the math textbook on my desk. Calmly, I pulled out my English textbook. If Bai Ningbing found out that my heart was racing for her like that, she would definitely laugh at me. Little heart, get back to normal quickly. Then the announcement from the teacher completely calmed me down. Classmates, in order to help all students build up their physical strength, the school organized an activity before the summer break. Next Monday we'll take everyone camping and mountain climbing. I hope you all will enjoy a love for life. Some are happy, some are worried. Why climb a mountain? It's tiring and sunny. I can wear the new clothes I bought a couple days ago. Finally I can go out and have some fun. The fact that Ji Buchang had been absent for a day. No one brought up. As if they had forgotten about him. At that moment Ji Buchang was lying in bed. His face had already changed. His double eyelids had become single. His nose was no longer as straight and high. His skin had turned dull. The system asked, "Host, are you sure you want to keep going like this?" Ji Buchang covered his face and said dejectedly, "You don't understand. Don't I have the charm of a heartthrob now? I'm so ugly. How can I go about winning over the heroine?" The system's cold voice. "But if you do nothing, the system can only judge it as a failure. You will be erased." Ji Buchang asked in confusion, "What should I do now?" The system gave him a hint. "You can start over on the conquest now. Everyone will forget the old Ji Buchang. They will get to know you again." Ji Buchang asked with hope, "Can my face be restored?" "Sorry, host. That is the punishment for your mission failure. Cannot be restored. Please do not be overly concerned with your appearance, host. Don't you remember? You used to rely on this look to slowly complete missions. And become handsome." Ji Buchang was dazed. "That's right. This is what I used to look like. I had actually forgotten after so long. I also came this far by completing tasks step by step. Next week the school will have a mountain climbing activity. I hope you can complete the conquest within 5 days. The heroine's affection level. Then your face will improve too. Today is Friday, and there are 2 days off. I packed up my homework, slung my backpack over my shoulder and headed home with Bai Ningbing. Walking along the road, I looked at my phone and said happily, "Bai Ningbing." Ning Hongye said, "It's his birthday today, and he's invited us to dinner." Arriving at the private room, when Bai Ningbing and I entered, Ning Hongye was chatting with his friends. I found an empty seat and sat down. A poised and graceful voice sounded. "Guchen, nice to meet you. I'm Ning Bing's good friend." Ning Hongye. I looked up and glanced. A girl, with a sweet smile. "I've seen you before at school. I heard you're Ning Bing's childhood friend." Ning Hongye looked at me and said with confusion, "Strange. I never forget a handsome face. But every time I see you, I can't remember you." I lowered my eyes and calmly took a sip of my drink. I also find it strange. All these years, I've had no presence in others' eyes. When I was in class as a child, whenever I did anything, the teacher acted as if they couldn't see me. Even if someone met me for the first time, the next day they'd still ask who I was. Over the years I've gotten used to it. Maybe it's just like that system said. I'm just an insignificant little cannon fodder. Bai Ningbing seemed to notice something. Grabbed my hand. The warmth of his palm transferred to me. I knew this was his way of comforting me. His tone was indifferent, as he said to everyone, "Didn't you say we were going to play a game?" Only then did everyone snap out of it. Ning Hongye picked up a glass and said, Right. Let's play truth or dare." I let go of his hand, and slowly said, "I'm fine." Bai Ningbing lowered her eyes and glanced at me. She picked up the drink beside her, took a big gulp. Only then did she feel a bit better. Ning Hongye raised her hand and said, "The rule of truth or dare is that the one who draws the king card can make someone do something." Bai Ningbing looked at the cards. She had drawn the king card, and I had drawn card number 5. Bai Ningbing said calmly, "Number 5, write your name on my card." I was slightly stunned. What kind of strange request is this? "Yeah, Ningbing, pick something more exciting." Bai Ningbing gave them an icy look. "Any objections?" They were startled too. "We have none. Whatever you say goes." I took the pen, mechanically wrote my name on the card. After that, they switched the cards, and played a few more rounds. I was dazed and distracted the whole time. After saying goodbye to them, I walked on the road with Bai Ningbing. I paused for a few seconds, then tentatively asked Bai Ningbing, "Why are you making me write my name?" Bai Ningbing's voice sounded, "Don't you already know?" I lingered on his face for a few seconds, then slowly looked away. I lowered my head and smiled. I'm actually not used to being ignored. Even though I did well, my grades and Bai Ningbing's were always tied for first on the rankings. But the teacher only gave a reward to Bai Ningbing. I remember I cried very sadly that day. But little Bai Ningbing stormed into the office and argued with the teacher. The teacher agreed to give me the reward again. Then the next day, they would forget again, and it repeated like that. Later, Bai Ningbing gave me all her rewards, and changed all the names on her test papers to mine. Her little face was full of seriousness. After that, I never forced others to give me rewards again. Nor did I ask others to remember me. One night in May was a bit chilly. I felt warm inside. I looked at Bai Ningbing beside me, reached out and hooked her neck. "Ningbing, I want bubble tea. The extra large cup with pudding kind." Bai Ningbing refused. "No way. You already had a cold one today." I pouted. Bai Ningbing's earnest words rang in my ear. "Mom is doing this for your own good. Be good. Listen to your mother, son." I warned her. "Don't make me slap you." Bai Ningbing gave me a disdainful smile. "Mom thinks you can't bear to." I sighed, were you really never bitten by a dog as a kid? No wonder you're such a dog now. Bai Ningbing curled her lips. You look more lively like this. Back home in the evening, I started preparing things needed for the hike. The hiking event was held for the first time by the school. The school leaders paid special attention. For this hike, Bai Ningbing only carried a few bottles of water and snacks. We climbed Changxiang Mountain. It is said that there is a wishing tree at the top of the mountain. As long as you hang your name and the name of the person you like on the tree, then the two can stay together for a lifetime. Many classmates are very interested in this. Bai Ningbing and I stood side by side. Teasingly, I said, Bai Ningbing, if you can't climb later, I can carry you up. Bai Ningbing walked forward, full of energy, turned back and smiled. Then I won't stand on ceremony. I had originally thought to wear down her stamina. Forgot that this person should have no sense of shame, climbing halfway up the mountain. Some classmates were already panting like oxen. One after another, they sat on the ground and started complaining. When will this end? The teacher clapped his hands. Classmates, keep it up. Persistence is victory. Your glorious days are right ahead. I was also sweaty, slapped in the face by the big talk I just said. I took off my coat, sat on a rock, catching my breath. Looks like I need to change. I'm being carried on your back. Bai Ningbing leaned on my shoulder. She pulled a bottle of water out of her bag, twisted open the cap and handed it to me. Drink some water. Who was it just now saying I don't have stamina? I gulped down half, spouted excuses. Sorry. I apologize for my body, but my heart is full of fighting spirit. Bai Ningbing crouched in front of me, wiping my sweat, shook her head and said, with stamina like yours, I could take down several of you. I held my breath. You're the best, you're the best. Bai Ningbing looked down at me with a glance, reached out her hand to me. Of course I am. I looked up at her, confused. Bai Ningbing bent her index finger and flicked my forehead. Weren't you going to give me a piggyback ride? I waved my hand. No need. If people see this, they'll say I'm worse than a girl. Bai Ningbing raised an eyebrow and grabbed my hand, pulled me onto her back, let out a muffled laugh. What are you thinking? At most I'll carry you once. I felt a rush of shame and hugged his neck tightly. It won't be me who's embarrassed anyway. After all, no one notices me. Bai Ningbing teased. Thin-skinned kid. Please take a look. We've already fallen behind. Only then did I realize there was no one else behind us. Since Bai Ningbing and I were the last to set off. And now we've been delayed a bit. The other classmates had already gone far ahead. I leaned close to her ear and asked Bai Ningbing in confusion. Have you been secretly working out behind my back? How did you suddenly get such good stamina? When we were kids, you were just a crybaby who followed me around. Before we had walked 2 steps. Bai Ningbing frowned, face flushed red, drenched in sweat. I had never seen her like this. Got a fright. Immediately jumped off. Holding his face, anxiously asked Bai Ningbing. What's wrong with you? Why is your face so red? I feel a bit guilty. I shouldn't have let Bai Ningbing carry me just now. Bai Ningbing took the water from my hand, downed it in one go. Slowly calming her breathing, she said, let's go. The teacher will probably come looking for us soon. Bai Ningbing brushed the dust off her clothes. Her expression had returned to normal. I said worriedly, if you're feeling unwell, you have to tell me. I'll go find the teacher. Don't push yourself. A familiar voice rang out. Hello, classmates. The teacher sent me to come get you. Everyone is waiting for you up on the mountain. I sized up the person in front of me. The way he looked at Bai Ningbing made me feel strangely uncomfortable. System, are you sure Bai Ningbing has no memory of me? Of course. Please don't doubt our technology, host. The familiar conversation echoed in my ears. I squinted as I looked at the boy in front of me. He smiled brightly and generously. My name is Ji Buchang. You can give me your bag. I'll help you carry it. It's him indeed. But why has his appearance changed? So Bai Ningbing doesn't remember the old Ji Buchang. I recalled the punishment that System mentioned. So the current Ji Buchang must have been punished. Bai Ningbing responded politely. Thank you, Ji Buchang. Smiling brightly. And what about this classmate? Would you like my help? I grabbed my backpack and frowned. Thanks, I'll do it myself. Ji Buchang replied, all right then. Let's head up. System, I remember I still have a prop I haven't used, right? Yes, host. But I still don't recommend you use it. There are side effects. Unless it's absolutely necessary, I won't use it either. To increase Bai Ningbing's affection, I have no choice but to do this. Then I wish the host success. Hearing this, my heart trembled. I gripped Bai Ningbing tightly. I felt very uneasy now. I wanted to tell Bai Ningbing everything, but a voice echoed in my mind, telling me I absolutely couldn't say it. I shook my head hard, trying to shake off those voices. Bai Ningbing glanced down at his clothes. My hand was clutching them tightly. Bai Ningbing grabbed my hand and asked, what are you afraid of? I forced myself to calm my restless heart, let out a breath, and said, it's nothing, just a bit tired. Let's go up quickly. I I was clearly hiding something from him. He subtly observed my expression, as if things had been strange ever since Ji Buchang arrived. So, has this Ji Buchang done something to me? Bai Ningbing narrowed his eyes, his gaze dark and fixed on Ji Buchang. After a moment, he thought, no matter what that man has done, I'll make him pay. Ji Buchang gleefully thought, System, is Bai Ningbing looking at me? Yes, host. Watching Bai Ningbing's fluctuating affection, first at 0%, then dropping to -30%, then further to -50%. The system watched with a racing heart. Seeing the delighted host, it hesitated for a moment. Should it tell him or not? Awesome. This is good news. Looks like my method is working after all. This time I hope I can succeed without using the prop. System. This time there was no response. He reached the mountaintop. The classmates perked up again, each busy writing their own name and the name of their crush. A group of people were chattering about what to write. I don't really believe in this stuff, so I didn't take a charm to write on. I opened my lunchbox. It was made by Ningbing this morning. What are you hiding from me? Aren't you hungry? Bai Ningbing quietly put away the slip of paper with the name written on it. It's nothing, I'll eat later. I'm going to the restroom. I felt a bit uneasy. I looked around. I saw Ji Buchang talking to other classmates. I nodded. Come back quickly. Should be fine. It'll only take a few minutes. Besides, from this angle Ji Buchang can't see our spot. Bai Ningbing lifted her eyelids slightly. Her gaze landed on my face. Got it. I'll be right back. Bai Ningbing walked slowly to the wishing tree. She took out the already written slip. Her name and mine were side by side on it. He never believed in this stuff since he was a child. He always thought that if he wanted something, he just had to work hard to get it himself. This kind of praying to gods and Buddhas was something he thought only cowards would do. And now he was acting like a coward, making a wish toward this tree hung with people's beautiful hopes. A wish he dreamed of fulfilling. To be with Guchen forever. Bai Ningbing hung it up and left, because this silly fool of mine was still waiting for him. As soon as he turned around, he saw Ji Buchang. Ji Buchang smiled and said, Classmate Bai, you came to hang a charm too? I thought you wouldn't believe in this stuff. Bai Ningbing didn't plan to chat with him. What's it to you? Classmate Bai, why are you so mean to me? I just want to be friends with you. He didn't understand. This time, he just wanted to approach her slowly, figure out her hobbies, and gradually raise his affection points. But Bai Ningbing always had a stay-away attitude. Bai Ningbing squinted. Don't need it. Don't talk to me. After saying that, he walked toward my position. Ji Buchang gritted his teeth behind him. The system is activating an item. Activation complete. Please prepare, host. Suddenly, the wind picked up. All around, time began to stop. My hand, holding the apple, froze in place. I was shocked inside. What's happening? I can't move. My teeth were still biting the apple. This must be Ji Buchang using an item, right? Panicked. I really shouldn't have let Bai Ningbing go to the bathroom alone. Who knew that in just a few minutes, Ji Buchang would already use the item? What do I do? Then everything went black before my eyes. I passed out. I opened my eyes and saw this familiar room. What's happening? Wasn't I just on the mountaintop, unable to move? How did I suddenly return to the Bai family estate? I tried to raise my hand to grab something, but found I still couldn't move. Strange. Could Bai Ningbing have carried me back? Just as I thought that, I saw my own hand move. I heard Ji Buchang's voice in my head. What's going on now? Host, the item repeats the past. It makes the target relive the pain in their heart. And right now, your identity is the source of that pain. So, host, you must prevent that pain from happening. Let Bai Ningbing move past this painful memory. Upon success, the system will alter Bai Ningbing's memory, making him remember that it was you who led him out of the pain. But I don't know what this body did. That's for the host to discover on your own. This is Bai Ningbing's memory. So no one knows what his pain is. How much time do I have? You must find the source of Bai Ningbing's pain within 3 days. Otherwise, the system will directly deem you a failure and eliminate you. Is this item's side effect really this severe? I thought it would just be like last time, turning ugly. The system's voice was cold, no mistake. Because this is a violation. So the system warned you it's best not to use it. Because this could accidentally make Bai Ningbing go dark. I listened to the familiar conversation. If I'm not mistaken, Ji Buchang should be inside my body right now. No. It's more like Ji Buchang has taken over my body. And I'm locked inside my own body, unable to move, unable to speak, only able to watch him do all this. But if I'm seeing correctly, this body of mine seems to be when I was 8 years old. So did I make Bai Ningbing suffer at this age? I can't quite remember. The door was knocked on. Young master, come out and eat. That was the nanny's voice. I watched myself open the door and go out. I followed his perspective. A woman around 30-something stood at the door looking at me, smiling happily. Our young master is so handsome. Let's go. Eat. Our young lady is waiting. My eyelids twitched. I remember that nanny. I really liked her when I was little, because she was the only one who praised me every time she saw me. But later I heard from Auntie that because this nanny had sticky fingers, she was kicked out. I watched her take my hand and walk out. At the staircase, 8-year-old Bai Ningbing was already leaning there waiting for me. Seeing me come over, she said scornfully, "So slow." I was about to retort, "You could have eaten first." But what came out was, "Sorry. Kept you waiting. I forgot. I'm locked inside my own body now." What a shame. I kind of missed the current Bai Ningbing. Ji Buchang looked at the now 8-year-old Bai Ningbing. Her features were no different from when she grew up. She looks exactly like a little princess straight out of a fairy tale. Maybe because she's still young. Her expression isn't that cold yet, and she doesn't hide her emotions. She frowned at me for a long while. "Did you take the wrong medicine today?" Maybe it's because Bai Ningbing now hasn't developed the arrogance of her older self. Ji Buchang felt that he didn't seem so scary. "Ningbing, let's go. Let's go eat." He wanted to step forward and take Bai Ningbing's hand. I remember that my relationship with Bai Ningbing right now isn't very good. The two of us argue every day. Bai Ningbing took a step back. Her gaze toward me was a bit unfamiliar. "What did you just call me?" Ji Buchang blinked and looked at him in confusion. "Guchen. You're so boring." Bai Ningbing left those words and walked into the bedroom, locking herself in. The nanny knocked on the door. "Miss Bai, don't be angry. Eat first. Don't upset yourself." With a bang, a loud noise came from inside the room. I was startled. "Bai Ningbing, what's wrong with this girl? Throwing such a big tantrum. This is the first time I've seen this." Ji Buchang also became uneasy. He quickly looked at the nanny beside him. "What happened to Bai Ningbing? Did I make her angry?" The nanny squatted down and said, "It's okay. Miss is just throwing a little tantrum. Just go and coax her. After all, Miss listens to the young master the most." Ji Buchang didn't know what he had said wrong. But since the nanny said so, plus with her current body, it seems to be the source of Bai Ningbing's pain. He must figure it out. "Bai Ningbing, open the door." "I'm sorry. I was wrong just now. Come out and eat first." I don't know how many minutes passed. Bai Ningbing opened the door and came out. She ignored me standing in front of her, went downstairs on her own, sat at the table and started eating. Didn't Miss say it herself? No matter how angry you get, you can't starve your body. Miss, you should learn from the young master in this regard. The housekeeper stood beside Bai Ningbing, cutting her meat, and placed a glass of water beside her. I looked at the lavish dishes on the table, swallowed my saliva. So hungry. I have no idea when this will end. But isn't this housekeeper a bit too enthusiastic toward Bai Ningbing? Back then, I was used to being ignored by others. Now it seems something's off. Ji Buchang ate his meal, utterly clueless inside. "System, can you give me some hint? I really don't know what to do. My IQ just isn't enough." I felt a bit like laughing. Ji Buchang really knows himself well. But if it were me, I probably wouldn't know what to do either. "Sorry, host does not have this function. I'm really about to break down." I looked up. Bai Ningbing had already finished eating, wiped her mouth, jumped off her chair, and slowly walked upstairs. Seeing her leave, Ji Buchang quickly took a few more bites, and followed her. I glanced at the housekeeper auntie. She was unhurriedly clearing the dishes from the table, humming an unknown tune under her breath, looking quite happy. The shadow of the ceiling light fell across her face. It was a scene I'd seen many times before, yet for some reason it sent a chill down my spine. Upstairs, Ji Buchang stood in front of Bai Ningbing, looked at her and said, "Ningbing, don't be mad at me anymore. I'll get along with you properly from now on. I will never do anything to annoy you." Ji Buchang felt that the boy in this body, he must have done something particularly awful to Bai Ningbing. Otherwise Bai Ningbing wouldn't have been tormented for so many years. Anyway, first clarify things with the current Bai Ningbing. He wouldn't hurt her. Bai Ningbing's face showed no expression. She just looked at me and suddenly smiled. The single dimple on the left looked especially sweet. "All right then. How about you call me Sister Ningbing from now on?" Ji Buchang looked at the smiling Bai Ningbing. His heart was pounding. He thought dazedly. It seemed to be the first time Bai Ningbing had smiled at him. So she even had dimples when she smiled. I stared wide-eyed at the 8-year-old Bai Ningbing, wishing I could immediately go out and give Bai Ningbing a flying kick. Tell her not to think about taking advantage. But I could only watch helplessly as Ji Buchang, blushing, called her Sister Ningbing. I was so furious. If I'm guilty, then let the law punish me, instead of making my body do this. I closed my eyes, not wanting to see the smug look on Bai Ningbing's face. There wasn't a trace of a smile on Bai Ningbing's face. Her eyes were dark and gloomy. Her young face somehow overlapped with her grown-up appearance. Ji Buchang was a bit dazed. He broke out in goosebumps all over. She was the one who told him to call her that, but her expression was terrifying. He was trembling all over. Bai Ningbing looked at me, and suddenly smiled. Then let's get along well from now on. Only then did Ji Buchang breathe a sigh of relief. He nodded, wiped the cold sweat from his forehead, told himself, don't worry, it's just a memory. Bai Ningbing won't do anything. That night, Ji Buchang was already asleep in my room's bed, while I lay with my eyes open. If I'm not mistaken, it should be coming soon. Click, that was the sound of my door lock being opened, followed by the sound of the light being turned on. I looked at the nanny standing beside me. Back when I was 8 years old, Bai Ningbing and I were sold together to human traffickers. It was the nanny who did it. Soon the nanny carried me and Bai Ningbing into the car. The driver was a burly, bearded man. His face could not hide his glee. This time we're going for a big score. That woman from the Bai family is probably going to throw a huge fit. The nanny's voice changed from its previous gentleness. She said coldly, hurry up and go. It'll be bad if they wake up later. The bearded man said, what's there to be afraid of? Didn't you give them sleeping pills? But weren't we supposed to just grab the Bai family's young lady? Why is there an extra boy? The nanny said sarcastically, this boy is not bad looking. He should fetch a good price too. Who would ever complain about having too much money? Beardy laughed heartily. Truly, the most venomous is a woman's heart. If the Bai family finds out they put a wolf in their own home, they'll regret it so much their intestines will turn green. I watched all this, my face turning pale. I glanced at Bai Ningbing beside me, seeing her eyes closed, sleeping soundly. I didn't know what to do. Logically speaking, this situation is just a memory of Bai Ningbing's. It might also be just an illusion or a dream. But I didn't want Bai Ningbing to relive this pain either. They locked me and Bai Ningbing in a pitch-black room. The sky gradually brightened. Ji Buchang rubbed his eyes, looking at the rundown house. He exclaimed in shock, holy crap, where is this? It stinks. Then he covered his nose. System, what's going on now? How come I woke up? And the scene changed. No idea what important plot is about to happen. You'd better check on Bai Ningbing first. Ji Buchang finally snapped out of it, enduring the foul stench. He turned around and only then noticed Bai Ningbing leaning against the wall. Hurried over to help him up, but he dodged. So he had to crouch and ask him, are you okay? What's going on now? How did we end up here? I followed him, watching Bai Ningbing. He was sweating slightly on his forehead. I knew his cleanliness obsession was acting up again. He had always been a person who loved cleanliness. Being thrown into a room full of trash, and a place emitting a disgusting stench. It was already impressive that he hadn't passed out. Bai Ningbing stood up. Feeling nauseous, the door opened. A thin, shifty-eyed small man walked over, and said fiercely, what's all the noise? Watch out or I'll teach you a lesson. Bai Ningbing said calmly, it's too smelly here. I want to change to another place. The thin man immediately sneered. You're not the young miss of the Bai family anymore. Better put away that habit of yours, or else you'll be in for a rough time. Bai Ningbing said, you don't want anything to happen to us either, right? If you don't change my place, and I die, you won't get any benefit either. Bai Ningbing pressed a shard of glass against his own neck. A cold frown gathered between his brows. His sharp gaze was icy, like a piercing arrow. The thin man was immediately startled. You, don't do anything rash. I'll change your place. Easy, easy, said. Though he was just a kid, he was cowed by his aura. I watched all this. The development was all in Bai Ningbing's favor. The thin man led them to another room. It was still shabby and broken, but at least it wasn't as smelly inside. The thin man looked discontented. Okay, we've changed locations. Give me the glass you're holding. Bai Ningbing tossed the glass near his feet. She said indifferently, you can get lost now. The man's eyebrows shot up in anger. His face turned bright red. But he couldn't hit the person in front of him. Otherwise, if he damaged her, he couldn't sell her for a good price. So he just cursed and grumbled, saying, go ahead and act tough now. You'll get what's coming to you. Then he locked the door and left. Ji Buchang was already panicking. Sister Ningbing, what do we do? When I heard that, Bai Ningbing's eyelid twitched. Even though it wasn't me calling, it was still my own voice. It made me feel a bit sick. Ji Buchang asked the system, can the system give us an item to save us? Please, host, stop dreaming. You should think about how your current body is going to make Bai Ningbing suffer. It's already pretty obvious. It must be that this body did something to hurt Bai Ningbing at this moment, like betraying her and running away. That's how it always goes in novels. That's how you give the female lead an unfortunate childhood. So host, work hard to change it. What kind of trashy novel has Ji Buchang been reading? But my mind isn't on him right now. I noticed that from the moment Bai Ningbing opened the door, something felt off. This isn't how I remember it. At that moment, Bai Ningbing ignored him. She lay down on the bed. Ji Buchang thought she must be tired, so he kept quiet. After who knows how long, the door was opened. I recognized the man as the one who had been driving earlier. He swaggered in, followed by the scrawny man. He grabbed Bai Ningbing by the collar, grinning with yellow teeth. Little girl, I heard you're pretty tough, huh? I'm telling you, you're not the eldest miss of the Bai family anymore. Better behave yourself. Otherwise, I don't mind losing out on some money. The scrawny man tossed over a bag and walked out. Ji Buchang hurried over to ask, are you okay? Don't worry, Sister Ningbing. We'll definitely get out. Bai Ningbing gave a sarcastic smile. What do you have in mind? Ji Buchang froze. He didn't know and had no idea. But he was sure Bai Ningbing could get them out. Sister Ningbing. I'm sorry. I don't know. But you're so capable. You'll definitely save me, right? Bai Ningbing lowered her eyes. Her expression was unreadable. I looked at her, her memories are off. Bai Ningbing is very strange. Until nightfall, there was no more noise outside. Bai Ningbing slowly stood up, pulled open the cabinet by the wall. Ji Buchang didn't know what she was doing, helped her push it aside. Whispered, Sister Ningbing, what's wrong with this cabinet? Bai Ningbing didn't explain to him, but I knew there was a big hole there. And the one who found that hole was 8-year-old me. Ji Buchang gasped at the hole. Sister Ningbing, you're amazing. I knew you'd find a way. Bai Ningbing said calmly, you go first. Ji Buchang's expression was firm. Sister Ningbing, what are you saying? How could I go first? If we're leaving together. Here it comes. Right now, Bai Ningbing is definitely telling this body to go first. Then this body turns around and reports her. Since then, he never trusted people again. Based on his years of reading novels, that's how it is. The corner of my mouth twitched slightly. What's with this life and death farewell? A love-defense battle? Bai Ningbing shouted at him. I told you to leave, so leave. I blinked in a daze. This scene seemed to take me back to that time. When I was 8, I found that hole I could escape through. I carried Bai Ningbing on my back and ran out. But I was too weak. My strength wasn't enough. Plus the mountain paths were winding. I must have fallen countless times. My back was stinging with pain. Bai Ningbing, weak on my back, said to me, you go first. Put me down. I've already sent a message to Mom. Someone should be here soon. I carried her, enduring the pain, and walked slowly. Since you've already messaged Auntie, then I can't leave even more. Bai Ningbing said irritably. I didn't send it. I lied to you. If I were going to, I'd have done it long ago. I'm useless. I forced a smile. I knew you were lying to me. Bai Ningbing hugged my neck tightly, shouting at me. I told you to leave. So just leave. I smiled painfully. But you're holding me really tight. In this moment, I seemed to see the Bai Ningbing who told me to abandon her, yet clung tightly to me. Ji Buchang also said loudly, I'm not leaving. Sister Ningbing, I won't abandon you. Suddenly, a sinister smile appeared at the corner of Bai Ningbing's lips. An eerie chill surged around her. A voice like poison venom rang out. Then stay here forever. I noticed everything around me began to disappear bit by bit. Bai Ningbing also slowly transformed from her 8-year-old appearance, turned into the grown-up appearance. The system in Ji Buchang's mind sounded an alarm. Alarm. Host failed. Bai Ningbing has blackened. Host's life is in danger. Ji Buchang panicked. What do I do then? Save me, system. I don't want to die. I'm sorry. I can't help you. Host, please take care of yourself. Ji Buchang cried in fear. Don't come over. I'm scared. I look at Bai Ningbing. Her eyes are now dark red. Her cold, sharp features radiate a chill. Deep in her eyes, a few morbid glints stir. I shake my head. This isn't Bai Ningbing. Bai Ningbing isn't like this, though she's usually a bit annoying. But she's very gentle, sometimes a little awkward. It's because she's shy. This version of her feels unfamiliar and frightening to me. Bai Ningbing grabbed the retreating Ji Buchang by the throat. Her eyes were blood red. Looking at her, she was full of murderous intent. What did you do to him? Ji Buchang couldn't breathe. A tremendous pain came from his neck. He pried at Bai Ningbing's hand and voiced a question. What are you talking about? I don't understand. Bai Ningbing's fingers tightened, her expression crazed. Come out. Give her back to me. I feel like crying. Did he recognize me? Ji Buchang was choked until his eyes rolled back. He could no longer speak. I moved my fingers. Joy stirred in my heart. I slowly floated onto his face. Smiling, I uttered a nickname only I knew. Silly. Bai Ningbing. Her hand trembled slightly. She shook as she pulled me tightly into her arms. Feeling the wetness against my neck, I chuckled. You're crying again. You little brat. I slowly closed my eyes. Crunch. I took a bite of the apple. Rubbed my chin. Felt a bit of pain there. I glanced at Ji Buchang. He looked panicked. So I'd sensed something off inside there. He'd long realized it wasn't really me. But why hasn't Bai Ningbing come back from the bathroom yet? Bai Ningbing stared at the tree ahead, covered in colorful slips of paper. She had just had a terrifying dream. The dream felt so real it scared her. Thinking that, Bai Ningbing quickly ran toward me. She wrapped her trembling arms tightly around me. I almost choked on the apple. Patted her. What are you doing? By Ningbing. You didn't wash your hands. After using the bathroom. Just wipe them on me. By Ningbing held me, gently stroking my back. She knew there was a scar there. A scar left for her. I turned to look at my clothes, pretending I didn't know what was happening. What's with you after going to the bathroom? You're acting weird. By Ningbing flicked me on the forehead in annoyance. I just dreamed you called me Sister Ningbing. Scared me half to death. I covered my forehead, more like scared me to death. Want me to call you sister? Maybe in another life. By Ningbing smiled sweetly. What do you call me? Without thinking, I said, sister. By Ningbing covered her mouth and giggled. Got it, my good little brother. I realized, and said angrily, you tricked me. Packed up my bag, zipped it shut. The two of us, playfully scuffling, went down the mountain. At the foot of the mountain, the teacher had already started counting heads. Bai Ningbing and I stood over there. I noticed Ji Buchang looking at Bai Ningbing with fear. Ji Buchang touched his neck. Now whenever he saw Bai Ningbing, his neck ached badly. In the blink of an eye, summer vacation arrived. After Ji Buchang disappeared, I never heard that system voice again. Until Bai Ningbing's birthday. I was holding the popsicle I had just snatched from Bai Ningbing, sitting on the sofa, waiting for friends to arrive. Before long, Xin Fei, Lu Ruyan, and Ning Hongye rang the doorbell. I had just opened the door. The moment Xin Fei saw me, he collapsed. I was startled, quickly bent down to help him up. Xin Fei's inner thoughts. You mean I've been reborn now? That's right. Host, my hands paused in their motion. Here we go again, 7 cylinders. Please tell me what I need to do. Host, here's the situation. Our system detected that the cause of your rebirth is Bai Ningbing. This person. Please gain her favorability within 10 days. Reach 20%. Otherwise you'll go back to before your rebirth, and continue being a waiter. Xin Fei opened his eyes, stood up, and took in his surroundings. In his past life at age 18. Because his family was very poor. Everyone looked down on him. Even bullied him. Only Bai Ningbing would step up and speak up for him. Drive away those who bullied him. Later, because of student council matters, they gradually got to know each other. He learned some of Bai Ningbing's secrets. Bai Ningbing liked that childhood friend of hers who had almost no presence. And she had been secretly in love with him for many years. This time, her girlfriend Lu Rian dragged me along. To celebrate Bai Ningbing's birthday. I was confused. This time seemed different. Not only had the time gotten longer, even the conquest progress had dropped. I secretly glanced at Bai Ningbing. It must be because she's too hard to win over. Even the system couldn't stand it anymore. After entering the room, I went to the fridge and grabbed a few popsicles, planning to cool them down. Bai Ningbing pouted. Why isn't there one for me? I said irritably. Aren't you on your period? About to start soon. I figured you'd just use that as an excuse. To complain later when your stomach hurts. Bai Ningbing glared at me and kicked me irritably. You're the one about to start. See, what did I tell you? At least she's a girl. Someone like you, even a dog wouldn't date. Today is my birthday. Bai Ningbing reminded me. My expression froze. I was wrong just now. Please, be magnanimous and forgive me. This all started with the gift. In the morning, while Bai Ningbing and I were having breakfast, I received a package. Inside were a car key and a pair of high heels. I took a sip of porridge, and asked who else could it be? My mother and brother, of course. Suddenly, Bai Ningbing put down her things and asked me, what about yours? Don't tell me you didn't prepare a gift for me. It's upstairs. Do you want to see it now? It's still daytime, not night yet. And we haven't even had birthday cake. Bai Ningbing pulled me upstairs. That's right, then I took a box from the drawer, and handed it to Bai Ningbing. The box was very small, with a ribbon tied into a bow on top. Bai Ningbing untied the bow, and tore off the wrapping paper. Inside the box was a note. On it was written, wish charm. Seeing he had no reaction, I felt a bit embarrassed, and explained. I didn't know what to give you. I racked my brains, then came up with this idea. It's only valid on your birthday. Today just say your wish, and I can make it come true. Bai Ningbing gave a smile. Barely acceptable. I make a wish. Today you cannot refuse me. He felt his willpower weakening more and more. I watched her accept my gift, and breathed a sigh of relief. Next, I regretted it deeply, because whenever I said something she didn't like, she would just say, today is my birthday, and have me completely wrapped around her finger. The August heat killed our desire to go out, so we just stayed home, enjoying the air conditioning, playing games at home, and playing cards. After a few rounds, I suddenly craved the double-skin milk from outside the school. Then everyone suggested the loser go buy it. Soon, Ning Hongye came back through the door. Damn, I'm dying from the heat. Why did I have to lose? I'm determined to go another 300 rounds with you all. I took out one serving, opened the bag, and happily started eating. Ning Hongye handed the other bowl to Xin Fei. Xin Fei quietly moved it aside, glanced at Bai Ningbing. Ningbing, Do you want some? Here, take it. This bowl hasn't been opened. Bai Ningbing nudged me with her foot. Without looking. Shinfei. No need, I'll just have guchens. I reluctantly understood her meaning. And fed Bai Ningbing spoonful by spoonful. He said resentfully. Didn't you say you didn't like eating this stuff? Are you doing this on purpose? The result we finally got. Half of it went into that guy's stomach. Bai Ningbing opened her mouth. What usually felt greasy to her now didn't seem so bad to eat. Please watch your language. Alright, Miss Bai. What else do you want to eat? Let me feed it to you. I put on a stiff smile. Eat, eat, eat. You'll burst soon enough. You don't have to step back for now. Bai Ningbing acted like she didn't see my furious expression. She even raised an eyebrow at me in challenge. Ning Hongya yawned. So boring. He turned to look at Bai Ningbing and asked, Is this how you're spending your glorious 18th birthday? That's way too dull. Bai Ningbing said irritably. I happen to like dull. Then muttered under her breath. I actually wish none of you would bother me today, so I could have some time alone with Guchun. Let's play a game. Ning Hongya suggested. I have some cards here. They all have penalties on them. And he found a glass cola bottle. This will be our prop. Whoever the bottle's mouth points at has to accept the penalty. How about it? Bai Ningbing replied lazily, boring. Seeing that the others all agreed, Bai Ningbing couldn't refuse either. So she had to say helplessly, Give it here, I'll spin the bottle. The bottle scraped against the table with a grinding sound. Finally stopped in front of Lu Ruyan. Lu Ruyan grinned, glanced at Bai Ningbing, then said to Ning Hongya, You pick one for me. Sure. Let me pick the most vicious one for you. Ning Hongya hadn't finished speaking. Looking at the card in her hand, exclaimed in surprise. Please kiss the person next to you. Damn, this punishment card. I like excitement. Lu Ruyan, frantically winking at Bai Ningbing, then glanced at me. Bai Ningbing took a look at me. Sure enough, I was staring with wide eyes, not blinking at all, waiting to see them kiss. Bai Ningbing irritably turned my face around. Guchun, are you that curious? I was being pinched by Bai Ningbing, said indistinctly. Let go of me. Then I heard a smacking kiss sound. I angrily slapped his hand away, rubbed my face, leaned in close to him. That's too much. Bai Ningbing, you watch it yourself, but won't let me watch. I looked at Bai Ningbing's expression, saw that Bai Ningbing's cheeks were flushed red, swallowed hard and didn't look, then covered his burning face and ran to the bathroom. I drank a glass of water. So what? Is it because you think I'm scary? Lu Ruyan watched Bai Ningbing flee and laughed. I'm going to the bathroom too. Shinfei watched all of this, realized that I am that childhood friend of his, immediately came up to me. You and Bai Ningbing have such a good relationship. I'm really envious. I nodded. It's okay. Shinfei frowned, said as if a bit troubled. You know, when I was little, I also really wanted a childhood friend, older sister, who would be good to me and could protect me when I'm in danger. But I'm not as lucky as you. I corrected seriously. It's little sister. Then silently scooted my butt further into the sofa. This guy feels weird ever since he got some system bound to him. I smiled bitterly inwardly. If there's nothing to talk about, just stop talking. You're awkward. I'm awkward too. I've never wanted this so badly in my life. Bai Ningbing passes by. Bai Ningbing washed up, panting, face flushed, staring at herself in the mirror. Her heart felt like it was about to leap out. At that moment, her eyes were full of moisture. Her ears were bright red. She came to the balcony, planning to breathe some fresh air. To calm down, Lu Ruyan came out of the bathroom and followed Bai Ningbing to the balcony. Seriously, aren't you going to just say it directly? Bai Ningbing squinted, afraid. What if Guchun doesn't like me? Then our relationship will never go back to how it was. Lu Ruyan smiled and waved her hand. The Bai Ningbing, who usually doesn't care about anything, is acting so chicken because of this. Oh yeah, didn't I tell you to write him a love letter last time? How did it go? Did you write it? Bai Ningbing hesitated. I wrote it, but it seems he didn't see it. Lu Ruyan said with annoyance. Bai Ningbing, you're not the type to hold back. By then, losing him won't be the only thing you'll regret. What are you two talking about? I thought I heard something about a beloved person. I popped out from beside them. Lu Ruyan covered her mouth and laughed. You heard that? Classmate Gu. Bai Ningbing and I were talking about her beloved. What? Bai Ningbing? You have a beloved? Who is it? Do I know them? What do they look like? Bai Ningbing patted my head. Aren't you clear on whether I have one or not? I nodded, agreeing. With a personality as bad as yours, how could you ever find a boyfriend? Bai Ningbing tugged at me. Then I'll just have to cause trouble for you, won't I? What? I looked at Bai Ningbing, speechless. Lu Ruyan watched from the side, unable to help but feel sympathy for her. Chasing after Guchun like this was going to take a very, very long time. After finishing the cake in the evening, the others were supposed to head back. Just before leaving, Shinfei grabbed my hand, acting like we were old friends, and said, Classmate Gu, I think you're a really nice person. Let's keep in touch from now on. I shuddered. Shouldn't he be trying to win over Bai Ningbing? What's with him staring at me like that? Bai Ningbing asked, confused. Since when did you two get so close? Heaven knows that guy's a bit off. Better to keep my distance. I can't figure out what he's thinking. Now I have to thank my incredibly low presence. By tomorrow, Shin Fei will probably have forgotten about me. Bai Ningbing smiled at me and said, that's not bad. It means you're getting more attention. I shook my head. I just didn't know how to refuse back then. You know that. I'm not good at saying no. Bai Ningbing tossed out a question. Then why did you refuse me? I looked at him with a pitiful expression. That's because I'm close to you. Besides, when did I ever refuse you? Today I worked like a dog for you, and because of that, I missed the kissing scene I wanted to see. Bai Ningbing asked calmly, is watching it that important to you? I felt a bit embarrassed. It's just that everyone says kissing feels like an electric shock, so I wanted to see their reaction. Bai Ningbing let out a low laugh. You can't even tell like this. His laughter made my face feel hot. Of course, I know that. Can't I at least take a look? Then let's give it a try. I hadn't even processed it yet. What exactly did he mean by those words? Bai Ningbing had already wrapped her arms around my waist and pulled me over. I instinctively placed my hands on her neck. I panicked and tried to pull back. Bai Ningbing stared at me. Weren't you curious? Trying it is the only way to know. Are you insane? Bai Ningbing, we're brothers. This doesn't feel right. The atmosphere had already grown unbearably tense. My mind was a complete mess. I couldn't even remember what I'd said. That had led to this very scene. Bai Ningbing whispered in my ear like a seductive demon. Today's my birthday. You said it yourself. Whatever I want. You'll help me make it happen. Aren't we brothers? Don't you want to find out just by trying? Besides, I'm pretty. It's our first kiss for both of us. You're not losing out, and I'm curious too. So satisfy my curiosity as well. I looked at Bai Ningbing, and she was exactly as she claimed. She was beautiful. Whether it was because Bai Ningbing had enchanted me, or because I wanted to fulfill her wish. I gave a gentle smile, then continued. I just ate some candy. I suppose I could reluctantly give it a try. I slowly closed my eyes and leaned in to kiss her. My first sensation was softness. So this is how soft a girl's lips are. Just a brief touch, less than a second, and I pulled away. I licked my lips, holding my chest. So novels really are all lies. Although I thought it was pretty sweet, but there wasn't that electric jolt through my heart. Bai Ningbing's voice was hoarse beyond recognition. She patiently asked what it felt like. I spat out a few words. Soft. Bai Ningbing pressed her fingertips to her own eyes. What about that electric feeling? I shook my head. Maybe we didn't kiss long enough. Bai Ningbing said something shocking. This time, let me do it. I opened my mouth in surprise. What? And then she sealed it shut. Her mouth was completely different from my kiss just now. First, she licked my lips, then gently slipped inside and wound around me. And then she kissed me softly. My heart pounded like it was about to jump out of my throat. Bai Ningbing thought dazedly. So Gu Chen had just been eating milk-flavored candy. I don't know how long passed. Only then did Bai Ningbing reluctantly let go of me. She held my face tightly in her hands. How about now? My brain had already stopped working. I gasped, wiped my drool. Flustered and furious, I said, no feeling. Where did this person learn that? She's so bad. Bai Ningbing looked at me and smiled. What now? I definitely felt something. Seeing Bai Ningbing like this, my heartbeat sped up. I fled in panic. I lay flat on my bed, eyes closed, taking deep breaths, holding my chest. My heart was about to burst out. All that filled my mind were the scenes just now. How did I end up kissing Bai Ningbing? I have to blame that bad woman Bai Ningbing for seducing me. I kept reminding myself in my mind. That's Bai Ningbing. She's my bro. I don't know how long I spent psyching myself up. Finally, I fell asleep. The next day, I got up. When I saw Bai Ningbing, I subconsciously touched my lips. What? Staring at me so early in the morning? I rubbed the back of my head. There was no atmosphere. Suddenly got a bit quiet. Usually during meals, Bai Ningbing would ramble on and on about all sorts of nonsense. To avoid awkwardness between us, I spoke up first. How did you sleep last night? Bai Ningbing put down her cup. Ding, not well at all. Do you want to know why? I immediately felt uneasy. I stammered back. I really want to know. Then have you ever thought about dating? I looked up, confused by how she suddenly changed the subject. I have. I think any red-blooded young person would fantasize about it. But by the time I reached my teens, the idea of dating gradually faded. I wouldn't want my future girlfriend to ask me my name every single day and have to explain it to her over and over again, repeating that kind of life day after day. Bai Ningbing propped her head up and asked me, so what standards do you have for a girlfriend? I counted on my fingers. Well, first, she has to be good to me. Then, whatever I say, she does. She should be pretty and kind. Ideally, she'd also remember me. I asked curiously, What about you? What are your standards for a boyfriend? Bai Ningbing lifted her eyelids and glanced at me. Someone a bit dumber. Blessed are the simpletons. I nodded. That made sense. Then I sighed again. So someone as smart as me would be in an awkward spot, huh? Right then, Bai Ningbing picked up her phone and sent a message to Lu Ruyan. Come out for drinks tonight. I'm in a bad mood. After sending the address, she put down her phone. I'll take you to a bar tonight, I said in surprise. Really? I've never been before. Then I'll go change clothes. Bai Ningbing puffed out her cheeks and watched me go upstairs. A playboy always likes the new and dislikes the old. No tact at all. Can't you see I'm upset? After all these years together, I feel like crying. She doesn't notice at all, and I still have to soothe her, take her out to have fun. I casually changed into some clothes, looked at myself in the mirror, felt like something was missing, suddenly thought of Bai Ningbing. The birthday gift she gave me last year was a bottle of men's cologne. She said it was to make me stand out, a carefully chosen gift. Soon, Bai Ningbing pushed open my door. Are you ready? Why are you so slow? She saw me spraying men's cologne on myself, suddenly remembered something. Standing at the door, blushing, she said, the letter inside the cologne box. Did you read it? She touched her ear, fiddling with the bow on her collar to hide her nervousness. I answered casually, oh, the letter? I read it. What's wrong? Bai Ningbing's hand on the bow tightened slightly, her hair hanging down, covering her eyes. Don't you have anything to say to me? What? The standard letter for buyers on Taobao? You want me to give my thoughts on it? Bai Ningbing's vision blurred. Her nose stung. How happy she was last night. Now today, how heartbroken she feels. As expected, Gu Chen doesn't like her at all. He's always seen her as a little sister. I was startled seeing Bai Ningbing's red eyes. What are you doing? Are you crying? Bai Ningbing took a deep breath, clenched both hands tightly. Two voices in her mind were saying, just pounce on him. Tell him you like him. Tell him you don't want to be his damn little sister. Another voice said, don't do that. You want to scare him? Then you can't even be good brothers anymore. The little person in his mind kept arguing. Bai Ningbing's clenched fist gradually relaxed. I looked at him nervously. Bai Ningbing, are you okay? Why are you suddenly bleeding from the nose? Bai Ningbing reached out and touched the bloody smell from his nasal cavity, snapping him fully back to reality. It's nothing. Then buried his head in his knees, muttered a curse under his breath. Bai Ningbing, you're really something. Not daring to say it even when you like this kind of thing. After the two of them fumbled around for a while, they set off. When they arrived, they realized Shenfei and Lu Ruyan were already there. Lu Ruyan ordered 2 drinks, took 1 glass and walked over to Bai Ningbing, saying, have a drink? Bai Ningbing raised an eyebrow. Sure. I looked at Shenfei beside me. He looked restless. Ever since being reborn, Shenfei worried every day that he was dreaming, afraid that if he woke up he'd go back to his days as a waiter in the restaurant. He planned to break up with Lu Ruyan tonight, and he had to get on good terms with Gu Chun as soon as possible. That way he wouldn't need Lu Ruyan to get close to Gu Chun. I heard his thoughts, with a confused expression. From what I'm hearing, something feels more and more off. Shenfei patted my shoulder. Bro, let me tell you something. Don't get mad. Don't you think Bai Ningbing is too harsh on boys? I caught on. He really forgot about me. I played along. What do you mean? Shenfei clenched his fist, indignant. But a hint of disdain flashed in his eyes. Look at how many guys at school like him. But he ignores them all. If it weren't for that face, who would like her? The smile on my face had turned serious. Are you okay? He didn't force anyone to like him. And he made it clear at the start of the semester. You said it yourself. You only like him because of his face. Why can't he reject you? You don't understand Bai Ningbing at all. How can you say that about him? Shenfei didn't expect me to react so strongly. Don't be angry. I only heard it from others. What's going on? Everything was fine just now. Does he also like Bai Ningbing? With his plain-looking face? He's not worthy, I'm telling you. I was being polite to you about these matters. And now you're lecturing me? I hear his inner thoughts. I look at him disdainfully. In my opinion, you're worse than all of them. Shenfei forced a stiff smile. What are you saying? I don't like Bai Ningbing. I stand up. I don't want to stay here anymore. What did I say? You know very well. Shenfei clenched his fists. System. How many days do I have left? 7 days. Host, you haven't made any progress. I hope you speed up your conquest progress. Host, you don't want to go back to the days before your rebirth. I will complete it. I shake my head. I feel like Shenfei has gone a bit crazy. And this so-called system is also not right. On the other side, Lu Ruyan hands Bai Ningbing a drink. What's wrong with you today? You seem unsatisfied. Bai Ningbing thinks about the ups and downs of the past 2 days. Drinks it all in one gulp. Spits out one word. Annoying. That blockhead Gu Chen really doesn't understand my intentions. Or is he playing dumb? I go over and sit next to Bai Ningbing. Although Bai Ningbing himself looks unhappy, He still notices my unhappiness. Bai Ningbing turns his head and glances at me. Then he grabs my face and frowns. Who upset you? I dodge his hand. It's nothing. Lu Ruyan had a few drinks. Her face is a bit flushed. Bai Ningbing teased. Bai Ningbing, why are you looking at me like I'm a baby? Who would bully our dear Guchen? Bai Ningbing turned around and pried Lu Ruyan's fingers off. Say it clearly, who's Lu Ruyan? Bai Ningbing grabbed Lu Ruyan's wrist, yelling, ow, ow. Yours, okay? Lu Ruyan's expression made me laugh. Bai Ningbing saw me laugh and looked at me. What do you think? Are you happy now? I shook my head helplessly. I wasn't mad in the first place. But inside I was bothered. Just annoyed by that Shinfei guy. Especially when he badmouthed Bai Ningbing. Then I curiously looked at the blue drink in front of me. What are you guys drinking? Bai Ningbing picked up the cocktail and showed me. I took his glass. Took a sip. Instantly, my brow furrowed. Not my thing. Bai Ningbing noticed a faint lip print on the rim. He subtly turned the glass. And took a sip right on the print. After drinking, he licked his lips. This is my thing. Lu Ruyan, watching his slick move, raised an eyebrow, at a loss for words. Smooth, really smooth. But not smooth, in the right place. Just now, he looked all needy. Now seeing Guchun, he's like a dog spotting a bone. The group kept drinking. By the time we got home, it was nearly midnight. I typed in the code, opened the door and stepped inside. Suddenly, Bai Ningbing grabbed my wrist. Stumbling, he pulled me onto the couch. I looked up and accused him. Bai Ningbing, you're not going on a drunken rampage now, are you? Don't be ridiculous. It's already this late. Go wash up and sleep. A drop of water landed on my wrist. My eyes widened. The speaking voice paused. Bai Ningbing sobbed. You're being harsh with me. At this moment, Bai Ningbing was nowhere near her usual cocky self. I wiped the tears from her face. In a gentle voice, I coaxed. How could I be harsh with you? See, you're already very tired. It's also very late now. Time to rest, right? Bai Ningbing rubbed her face gently against my hand, then buried her head in my shoulder. She said in a muffled voice, comfort me. Her chest was pressed tightly against mine, so close that I felt our heartbeats were synchronized. I wanted to push her away a little. As soon as I exerted force, she hugged me even tighter. Helplessly, I patted her head. Ningbing, be good. Don't be angry. Bai Ningbing hummed in response. I don't know how long I coaxed her, until I heard Bai Ningbing's faint breathing. I then let her go with a wry smile. I never thought that Bai Ningbing, that girl, when drunk, would be so emotionally fragile. This reminded me of our childhood. Back then, Bai Ningbing and I were almost sold by someone. We got injured while escaping. She was in the hospital for a long time, until after she was discharged. Bai Ningbing became especially clingy with me. Sometimes after I fell asleep in my own room, the next morning I would see Bai Ningbing, who had somehow fallen asleep beside me. I carried her in a princess hold and placed her on the bed. Afraid that he, drunk, might be restless and fall off. I also placed many pillows on the floor. Then yawning, I went upstairs to sleep. The next day I woke up at noon. Yawning, I slowly walked downstairs. Didn't see Bai Ningbing. Had to go upstairs again and knock on his door. No response after knocking. I had to push the door open. Bai Ningbing, are you okay? I poked him. Bai Ningbing frowned and closed her eyes. Her voice hoarse. Head hurts. I touched her forehead. Took the thermometer gun and measured her temperature. 37.4 degrees Celsius. Slight fever. Maybe I'm a bit anxious. Then blurted out. Bai Ningbing, take off your clothes yourself. I'll wipe you down. Bai Ningbing blushed and looked at my face. Slowly hummed in response. Then I'll go get the towel. Wait for me to bring the basin and towel over. Bai Ningbing obediently took off her top. I wrung out the towel. Wiped her down step by step. Slowly I paused. I never imagined that under her small frame, she actually had abs. I realized where I was looking. My face instantly flushed bright red. I couldn't bring myself to look anymore. Shoved the wrung towel into Bai Ningbing's hand. Do the rest yourself. Bai Ningbing furrowed her brows. Her voice low. You don't care about me at all. I opened my mouth then. Explained to her. Of course I care about you. But men and women are different. Bai Ningbing turned over and nudged my back. You only remember that men and women are different at times like this. You're done wiping, right? I've turned around now. I touched her face. Feeling better? Be good and take your medicine first. Bai Ningbing stared at me without blinking. I don't want to take medicine. I didn't even notice how soft my own voice was. I know about your strange habits. Fine, I'll feed you, okay? I took out a fever reducer. Gently, I told her to open her mouth. Then I handed her a glass of water. Bai Ningbing lowered her eyes and obediently opened her mouth. Swallowed it obediently. Watching her throat move, I reached out and touched it. How is it? Did it go down? Bai Ningbing opened her mouth to show me. Sure enough, the pill was still on her tongue, not swallowed. I brought the cup to her lips. It's okay, take another sip. Bai Ningbing took a big gulp, opened her mouth. I saw the pill was swallowed. Praised her, saying she did great, then took out a piece of candy. Handed it to her. A reward for you. Bai Ningbing held the candy in her mouth. Her eyes never left me. I started teasing her. If people at school knew the usually aloof goddess was sick, and couldn't even swallow a pill, wonder what they'd think. Bai Ningbing pouted and muttered softly. I don't care about them anyway. Alright. Then get some sleep. I'll call you later to eat. I went downstairs to start preparing breakfast. Knowing she wasn't feeling well, I thought I'd cook her some congee. After pressing the button on the rice cooker, I went upstairs to check on Bai Ningbing again. Seeing she was sleeping soundly, I quietly walked out. I sat on the sofa and took out my phone. Checked the group messages. Everyone come to my place to watch a horror movie. I bought a ton of snacks. I typed a reply saying Bai Ningbing has a cold, so I won't come. Who knew they'd all get excited? Bai Ningbing has a cold. No way. I have to go see her. I've never seen her with a cold before. The corner of my mouth twitched as I replied. I think you guys just want to watch the show. Just then, the rice cooker beeped. I filled a bowl for Bai Ningbing. Carried it to the room. Bai Ningbing hadn't woken up yet. I set down the congee. Tell Ningbing to get up. Eat something before you sleep. Bai Ningbing opened her eyes. Just woken up. Her eyes still hazy. After seeing me, she slowly sat up. I brought the porridge. Asked if her head still hurt. It doesn't hurt anymore. Bai Ningbing's voice carried weariness. I set the porridge in front of her. Good night. Eat something to settle your stomach. Bai Ningbing opened her mouth. You feed me. I opened my mouth. Before I could say anything, a sound came from behind. Ning Hongye and Lu Ruyan were watching with surprised expressions. I have no idea how long they had been watching, but Shin Fei didn't seem to come over. I said impatiently, come in. What are you standing there for? Ning Hongye snapped out of it, quickly picked up the fruit from the floor, then stammered. Didn't expect Bai Ningbing to be sick. She's so clingy and whiny like this. Lu Ruyan burst out laughing at her description. Bai Ningbing's expression was already as dark as can be. If looks could kill, those two would have died countless times by now. To ease the awkwardness, I forced a laugh. Alright. What's so funny? Clearly, neither of you gets any love. Bai Ningbing seemed calmed by my words. That's right. They are children without anyone to love them. We won't bother with them. Lu Ruyan deliberately said with a wrong tone. You're being hypocritical. I've known you since childhood too. Taking advantage of their chat break, I took the fruit they brought to the kitchen and washed some grapes for Bai Ningbing. I came out after washing the fruit, and only Bai Ningbing was left in the room. I popped a grape into Bai Ningbing's mouth. What about them? Bai Ningbing glanced at me lightly. She pursed her lips. She snorted coldly. I put down the things. My expression turned serious. Miss, what's wrong? Who made you unhappy? I'll go deal with him right now. Bai Ningbing pointed at me and said aggrievedly, it's you. Why are you calling yourself the lowly one? I'll immediately atone with my death. Bai Ningbing looked at me, curled her lips, and smiled. The dimples at the corners of her mouth added sweetness to her cold face. Doting. A real fool. I sighed. Finally smiled. Bai Ningbing, you're really hard to coax. Get the thermometer. Let's take your temperature again. Then go downstairs and eat something. I looked at the thermometer. It's fine. Temperature is normal. Bai Ningbing said, I'm gonna take a shower. They're downstairs. You go down first. I'm all sweaty, sticky and clammy. Very uncomfortable. Okay. I told her not to shower too long. Just rinse off quickly. Your cold just got better. Bai Ningbing's gaze at me was so gentle it seemed ready to drown me. She suddenly felt that staying sick forever wouldn't be so bad. This scene reminded her of the life of an old married couple. I went downstairs and saw Ning Hongye and Lu Ruyan discussing watching a movie. Ning Hongye saw me and said excitedly, Guchen, today we're watching a horror movie at your place. I've already bought the props. I put my hands on my hips angrily. Our house forbids all evil and spooky stuff. If you want to watch properly. Don't mess with those things. Then from behind me came Bai Ningbing's voice. That's right. This is my home after all. You're going to hunt ghosts in my home? I turned around and saw Bai Ningbing crouching in front of the fridge. I saw her reach out and take out a bottle of iced cola. I immediately ran over and snatched it away. Your cold isn't better yet. You can't drink cold stuff. Here, take this. Drink this, Bai Ningbing. She silently stood up. She looked down at the want milk in my hand. Then she reached out and took it. She replied slowly, even if I don't drink cold stuff, I'm still blind. I scratched my head awkwardly. After thinking for a moment, I felt that what Bai Ningbing said was pretty right. It seemed I really was pretty blind before. Suddenly a click sound. The lights in the room were suddenly turned off. Bai Ningbing and I turned to look back. Ning Hongye had put away those props. Then she turned on a red light. Smiling, she said to Bai Ningbing and me, not hunting ghosts, but creating a bit of atmosphere should be okay, right? Not to mention the whole atmosphere looks like a terrifying scene. I swallowed hard. Bai Ningbing glanced at my side profile and smiled. She grabbed my hand and walked toward the TV. She stepped forward a few steps and turned on the light. Ning Hongye was squatting there. Sister Ningbing, don't turn on the light. We specially bought these props. Lu Ruyan was covering her head with a blanket. She also yelled, turn off the light, turn off the light. My vibe is almost gone. Bai Ningbing glanced at them, reminding them, this is my home. If you want to watch properly. Don't mess with that stuff. Ning Hongye said to Lu Ruyan, alright, for the sake of Sister Ningbing and Gu Chun, I'll let you off today. Originally, she had made a bet with Lu Ruyan. Whoever screamed today, tomorrow they'd post an ugly photo of that person on their social media. But the boast got bigger and bigger, and they even brought out props. Lu Ruyan lifted the blanket off her head and said, ridiculous. It's me who's letting you off, okay? Otherwise, you'd definitely lose, kid. I looked at them speechlessly, even though they were clearly scared. Yet they were confused by the act of threatening each other with harsh words. Such a confusing move. Fine. Let's start watching. Only then did the two give up their childish behavior. The movie began. The color tone of the movie started to darken. The music also started to become scary. I actually quite like watching this kind of horror stuff. It's just that I don't dare to watch it alone. If there's someone to watch with me, then I'm not scared at all. In the movie, after the music paused for a few seconds, a female ghost suddenly appeared. Ning Hongye and Lu Ruyan were so scared they hugged each other. Not only was I scared, but seeing the two of them acting silly, I turned my head and glanced at Bai Ningbing next to me. I saw her watching Ning Hongye and Lu Ruyan, eating something in her mouth, completely treating them as the movie. The two in front were so scared they nearly curled into a ball. The two in the back were eating and drinking, watching with great interest. I've already started to complain. Look, this female ghost is a bit pitiful. She's done for. This person is probably going to die. No way. This plot is too boring. Completely predictable from start to finish. Bai Ningbing didn't talk much while watching the movie. Throughout the whole thing, all you could hear was me chattering complaints, and the screams from Ning Hongye and the other. But she wasn't a talkative person to begin with. Usually, she appeared very condescending to others. Shenfei had been locking himself at home for the past 2 days. He couldn't remember much of what happened before his rebirth. But his time was running out. He only had 5 days left. He must obtain Bai Ningbing's favor system within these 5 days. Can you tell me how much favor Bai Ningbing has for me right now? I'm very sorry, because you haven't taken any action so far, so it cannot be queried. Shenfei was completely at a loss. After parting on bad terms with me last time, he didn't know what other methods he could use to get close to Bai Ningbing. Shenfei rarely called Lu Ruyan, although she was quite generous. She didn't really care about him at all. That was something he couldn't help. Before he became her boyfriend, he had already prepared himself mentally. It was said she played around and was almost never picky with guys. The reason he confessed to her was mainly because he was still on good terms with Bai Ningbing and so on. If he remembered correctly, they should be going to the guest house in a couple of days. Listening to his parents arguing outside, disgust flashed in his eyes. It was all because they were born into such an ordinary family. He would never have a chance to rise above. He was unwilling to accept it. He would definitely succeed in winning over Bai Ningbing. He wouldn't let his life go on being this miserable anymore. The day summer vacation arrived. A bunch of people were eager to go everywhere. Someone suggested going to the guest house to have fun. So the group packed their bags and set off. I set out with Bai Ningbing and Ning Hongye. Shenfei set out with his friends. The weather was very hot. Even sitting in the car, I was soaked in sweat. The ice water I brought was long warm by then. I wondered if it was just bad luck going out. The car's air conditioner broke down halfway. I leaned against the window. My back was already drenched. Bai Ningbing. So hot. I regretted it. I shouldn't have come to play. I'm the type that sweats really easily. I break into a sweat at the slightest thing. That's why I especially hate going out in summer. If no one called me, I'd probably spend the whole summer in an air-conditioned room. Bai Ningbing took my hand and made me lean against her. Then she took a cup out of her bag. Inside was her mung bean soup, still cold. She slowly brought it to my lips. Told you not to come, but you insisted. I lowered my head and took a sip. My eyes lit up slightly. Cold. Bai Ningbing raised an eyebrow. The thermos is really something. I throw up a heart sign at him. Bai Ningbing's eyes flickered. Curling her lips, she looked at me, her voice low. Ning Hongye behind me shouted up ahead. I'm dying of heat too. I want some Ningbing too. Give me a sip. Bai Ningbing tossed him a small fan. Replied with 3 words. Blow yourself. You're biased. Ning Hongye aimed the fan at his face and blew it furiously. Huffing, he plopped back down in a huff, then stuffed it back into his clothes. The fabric bulged out, looking just like a kid who didn't get mom's affection. He was amused by his own thought. I asked Bai Ningbing, Aren't you drinking? Bai Ningbing wiped her sweat, shook her head. Almost there. The driver was also drenched in sweat. Sorry about that. This car really needs to be replaced. I shouldn't have tried to save the money. Don't worry. Only 5 more minutes. It's fine, sir, you didn't mean it. Ning Hongye also said, yeah. No worries, sir. You should really get a new car. Otherwise it's tough on you too. The driver nodded and said, all right. Here we are, kids. Thanks. After saying goodbye to the driver, I sized up this rustic 3-story guest house with red tiles and green walls. There were already many cars parked outside, because besides them, other tourists had also chosen this new scenic spot for their vacation. In the distance, not only could you see a vast natural lake, further beyond, rolling green peaks stretched out. I was utterly amazed. This guest house was different from the ones elsewhere. Inside, it was a 3-courtyard compound. The first floor was an entertainment area, and the noise inside was especially lively. The second floor is the lounge area. There's even a swimming pool inside. The third floor is the dining area. I have to say, this place is really nice. No wonder some rich people come here to escape the heat. When they go in, after resting in the rooms for a while, Shun Feizai arrived late with Lu Ruyan. Lu Ruyan's voice was light and airy. Sorry, we're late. Shun Fei urged him to sit down. All right. Since we're here, by the way, we're going to stay for 3 days. How should we divide the rooms? I raised my hand and stared at my phone. I live alone. This damn game. I still don't believe it. I can't get past it. Bai Ningbing said. Ning Hongye shrugged and said the same. Then forget it for me too. What kind of nonsense did I just ask? Then Shinfei, you can live by yourself too. Hongye, I'll live with you. Ning Hongye didn't care. Shinfei nodded. He looked at Bai Ningbing. Perfect, this makes it easier for him. He remembered that Bai Ningbing and the others had been here in his past life, and it seemed like something major had happened. He heard that Bai Ningbing had gotten into a fight with someone. He didn't know the reason, but because of that fight, Bai Ningbing ended up with a broken hand. So he had to stop it, and make her develop feelings for him. I'm determined to beat this game. Suddenly, a dark shadow appeared on my phone. At the same time, Bai Ningbing's low voice rang out. Click the fork. I was stunned. I reflexively clicked the fork. His leg and my thigh touched together. My eyelashes fluttered. If you can't pass, you're dead. Ning Hongye was lying on the table watching us. Then I saw Bai Ningbing's hand resting on the sofa. His head was extremely close to Gu Cheng. He was like a big tree, blocking Gu Cheng entirely. He thought if Gu Cheng accidentally turned his head now, he would definitely kiss Ningbing's face. She shook her head. How could she have such a terrifying thought? Lu Ruyan watched him shaking his head beside her. What are you doing? Having a brain spasm. Ning Hongye gave him a finger. You're the one having a spasm. Lu Ruyan blocked her. I was wrong. Then slowly said, you don't even have a brain in the first place. Ning Hongye grabbed his neck. I'll kill you. Shun Fei sat alone watching Bai Ningbing so close to me, biting his lip hard. He just got a good background, and that makes Bai Ningbing treat him so differently. But it's okay. Bai Ningbing doesn't like him. He still knew that much. Otherwise, Bai Ningbing would have confessed to him after all these years. And being good-looking is useless anyway. What's the point of having such a low presence? Almost no one in school knows him. I stared at my phone showing, you have successfully joined the flock, and fell into deep thought. Bai Ningbing scooted back a little. Simple. I fumed with indignation. That's luck. Definitely luck. I glared at him. What do? I thought, little darling. Bai Ningbing. Bai Ningbing touched her neck. Changing the subject. I'm hungry. Let's go eat. I was successfully distracted. I suggested. I just saw a hot pot place downstairs. Hey, let's go eat hot pot. The group went downstairs to eat, joking around. None of them looked bad. Plus with Bai Ningbing there. As soon as they entered, several guys were discussing. Oh my god. That girl in the white dress is so pretty. Damn, she's really a stunner. But she looks pretty young. And the guy next to him is really good looking too. The hot pot place isn't too crowded at this hour. So we got seated at a 4-person table. Bai Ningbing and I sat on one side. Shin Fei and Lu Ruyan sat on the other. And Ning Hongye was given a single small stool. Bai Ningbing had already started ordering. He ordered quickly, ticked a few boxes, handed it to them. After ordering, everyone fell silent for a moment. Lu Ruyan suddenly spoke up. Do you guys want milk tea? I think I saw a place selling it nearby. I'll go buy some for you. Shin Fei said. I'll go with you. After they left to buy milk tea, I remembered the dipping sauce. I went to mix the condiments. I'll go with you. Ning Hongye sat there and said, pour me a bowl of condiments. Counter. Over there were a few girls. Bai Ningbing and I stood nearby waiting for them for a bit. Suddenly a few girls pushed each other and sized me up a few times. A fairly pretty little girl came up and asked me, Big brother, is this your girlfriend? I glanced at Bai Ningbing. Shook my head. Not sure what he wanted. Are girls nowadays into both men and women? The girl looked surprised. happily called out, "Big brother, can we add WeChat?" Took me a few seconds to realize. She was actually hitting on me. I forgive myself for having such low presence. I really have never experienced this before. But after realizing, I felt a bit awkward. Should have just said Bai Ningbing was my girlfriend earlier. Bai Ningbing's expression had been sour ever since she saw that girl approach. And it got even worse when she saw me shake my head denying she was my girlfriend. Watching me for a long time without refusing. She, gritting teeth, both angry and aggrieved. What's so good about this girl? Not as pretty as her. Not as tall as her. Skin not as good as hers either. She took a small step closer to me. Hand, placed on my shoulder. Like claiming the upper hand. Silently declaring that their relationship was out of the ordinary. Then he gave me a dark glare. The girl was taken aback. Brother, didn't you say she wasn't your girlfriend? I didn't change my expression. Said without a heartbeat. She's not my girlfriend. She's my wife. Bai Ningbing blinked. It was as if her heart had been sweetened by those two words. Beating fast with sweetness. A smile instantly spread across his face. Then quickly kissed me on the cheek. Ah, husband, my eyelashes fluttered. My ears grew slightly warm. Touching my face, I glared at him fiercely. Bai Ningbing's dimples rose as she smiled, looking at me with adoring eyes. Why glare at your wife? Husband, I pushed her away. The few girls nearby had already left at some point. You've had enough. They've all left. Yet someone seemed addicted to calling. What? Husband, come. Wife will make the sauce for you. I think I must have had a brain cramp just now. I threatened. Call me that again and I'll show you what it's like washing your hair with seasoning. Bai Ningbing's voice rippled. You're so fierce. Husband, as the two sat back down. Bai Ningbing finally acted normal. Now his mind was completely brainwashed by me calling him wife, echoing in his mind over and over. Ning Hongye looked at us. What's going on? Making sauce. How does it feel like flirting? That Bai Ningbing must feel she has caught me red-handed. The joy of freeloading with a smile. You just don't get it. It's not like freeloading a wife call. I really want to hit him. Ning Hongye was puzzled. Freeloading what? We paid for all the seasonings. $7 per person. I have to go mix another bowl to get my money's worth. Ning Hongye had just left, when Shinfei and Lu Rian walked in with milk tea. Just in time, over half the dishes were already on the table. And the pot was already hot. Lu Rian sat down and complained. Oh my god, it's so hot. This milk tea shop was way too crowded. Shinfei handed out the milk teas. When he passed one to Bai Ningbing, he even thoughtfully put the straw in for her. I shot a glance at Shinfei, feeling like that straw was just so annoying no matter how I looked at it. With a pop, I stabbed the straw into my own milk tea, and took a big gulp. Bai Ningbing had already picked up her bowl and chopsticks, starting to cook. Ning Hongye and Lu Rian came back after mixing their dipping sauces. Lu Rian noticed Shinfei wasn't doing anything. She asked Shinfei, aren't you going to mix a dipping sauce? Shinfei smiled. I'm not really into these things. You guys go ahead and eat. I'll just grab something simple from the shop downstairs later. Lu Rian nodded, as if she had only asked casually, and didn't bother with him anymore. She started eating heartily herself. My bowl was already piled high. Bai Ningbing, eat it yourself. There's no room left in my bowl. Bai Ningbing picked something out of the spicy pot, dipped it in sauce, and took a bite. Got myself a husband. I reacted fast and pinched her. Seeing that no one was looking our way, Bai Ningbing leaned close to my ear, her voice laced with teasing. Husband, feel free to touch. Suddenly, my ears turned bright red. It seemed like she had just sat on her thigh, and it was the inner side. If it moved up a little more, I suddenly felt blood rush.